Alright, so hello everyone. My name is Novantina Larasati Putri with student number 2302040149. So in this video, I want to share you and I want to explain my lesson plan in prakarya dan kewirausahaan subject. So let me share screen to you for my lesson plan. Alright, so this is my lesson plan. I choose grade 10 in the first semester. For the book source, I choose buku panduan guru, prakarya dan kewirausahaan dengan tema budidaya. So since I use buku panduan guru, I think I need to make a booklet so that I can provide a simple explanation and simple material for students easier to understand. And maybe it can help them to read the material and also to focus on the material. I will show you later on. And for the unit and topic, I choose unit 1 with the topic budidaya tanaman pangan dan pemanfaatan limbahnya. So for the approach, I choose project-based learning. And for the learning material, in the subject, students will be presented with several materials in the form of observation and exploration, planning, production, and reflection, and also evaluation. For the observation and exploration, the material presented to students will be an introduction to plant types from various aspects. For the planning, planning the planting of plants and waste management in accordance with procedures and waste management objectives. For the production and harvesting processes are carried out based on the stages and the time requirements for production as outlined in the booklet or guidebook. And the last one is reflection and evaluation. Simple activities in the form of simple questions as a form of learning outcomes and evaluation in other practices. For the learning outcomes, I choose two skills. The first one is speaking skills, so that I can see their skill and I can compare each student's skills, which one is the best and which one is intermediate and which one is still need to improve. For the second one is basic plant cultivation skill. So this skill is focused for the prakarya skill. So let me read it for you. For the speaking skill, at the end of the planting practice, students are expected to be able to present the results of their observations and analysis of the growth period of food crops based on the data. Students present their results by coming to the front of the class and delivering an oral presentation. And the second one, at the end of the practice period, students are expected to be able to produce food crops that are ready for harvest. Students are also expected to be able to process the harvest and utilize the waste. This is intended to develop students' theoretical understanding of food crops that are commonly consumed on a daily basis. Students will also learn to manage and maintain the stability of plants and soil as a basic process in cultivation. For the learning objective, the first one is after the teacher gives a simple explanation, students are able to briefly describe food crops and how to grow them. Second one, after learning about food crops, students can distinguish between food crops that are endemic to Indonesia. Third, after learning about food crops, students are expected to be able to predict the methods and techniques used to plant typical Indonesian food crops. After receiving sufficient theoretical knowledge, students are expected to be able to apply planting and harvesting methods for food crops using simple planting media. Fifth, after completing the planting and harvesting process, students are expected to be able to present their harvest results in the form of a report delivered in front of the class. 6. After the planting and harvesting period is complete, students are expected to be able to summarize their own practice results with other groups in general. The last one, at the end of the learning period, students can evaluate themselves by answering simple questions related to the practices they have carried out. This is for the first meeting. And for the learning objectives, is from number 1 until number 4, that they have to describe, they have to distinguish, they have to predict, and they have to apply. And this is the activity. I will skip the opening. So this is the phase 1, starting with essential question. So in this phase, I will ask them some simple questions like, at home, what do you usually eat as your staple? Do you know what foods are classified as food crops? What are some common food crops in Indonesia? Of the food crops you consume, which one do you like and which ones do you dislike? Just like that. A simple question. So uh it like it can be make them apa ya seperti bisa membuat gambaran dan bisa memperkirakan gitu siswanya. And the second is phase 2, designing a project. So pada fase ini the teacher will give some terms for the project. Before that, the teacher will explain the project first. So after the teacher finishes explaining, the student were given a project to grow food crops such as kale. I think this should be kangkung, and spinach, bayam, using soil as the growing medium. Jadi mereka harus belajar untuk menanam kangkung, bayam menggunakan media tanah seperti biasa. And then the teacher explained the technical aspects. This is the terms. The students were divided into several groups, with each group consisting of 3 people, and odd-numbered groups using spinach seeds, and even-numbered use spinach seed. Jadi tergantung pada genap dan ganjilnya, mereka akan mendapatkan yang mana. And then the third one is murid-murid diminta untuk menanam apa namanya kangkung dan bayam ini sekitar 3-4 atau 5 minggu bahkan. And the schedule is flexible. So if they feel the plants are ready to be harvested, students can write it in the report. And this is the important part when students ask to monitor the growth of the plants, they have planted twice a week. Jadi mereka harus mengecek secara berkala gitu 2 kali dalam seminggu. So the last one is once harvested, students compile a report. Jadi setelah dirasa sudah cukup, sudah matang, sudah bisa dipanen, so they have to put in a paper and make a report. So and then they have to present it in front of the class. And for the phase 3, the teacher give deadlines, and for the phase 4, monitoring the students' progress of the project. So on this phase, the teacher will ask question to students, like akan bertanya secara berkala gitu, bagaimana perkembangan dan mengingatkan siswanya tentang sejauh mana menanamnya, terus adakah kesulitan dan sebagainya. And then this is for meeting 2 until 4. Alright. Jadi setelah di pertemuan pertama ini, mereka itu sudah boleh menanam besoknya gitu. Bukan berarti setelah diberitahu minggu depannya mereka baru melaksanakan. Itu tidak. Jadi ketika hari Rabu mereka diberikan tugasnya, hari Kamis mereka sudah bisa menyiapkan, sudah bisa menanam. Tuh. And then for the meeting second and fourth itu masih monitoring, since this is need long time, karena ini menanam dan butuh proses panen, butuh proses berkembang, itu jadi membutuhkan waktu yang lama. Jadi selama proses monitoring ini, seperti biasa guru akan selalu menanyakan, selalu mengingatkan, but the teacher can also provide additional or substitute activities. Jadi biar tidak monoton hanya dengan menanyakan progres tanam, tetapi murid-murid juga akan tetap belajar dengan aktivitas yang lain seperti games, quiz, membuat rangkuman gitu. Jadi nanti itu adalah bentuk opsional bagi gurunya untuk mengisi waktu luang kepada murid-muridnya. And then the last meeting is for them to present the result, assessing the outcomes. So the teacher invites students to present their report on the growth of the spinach and spinach. I think I need to fix some verb in this lesson plan. And here are some things that teachers should pay attention. The first one is student present and report in PowerPoint or the Canva form. Second one is students give oral presentations and only bring a few important notes. Students compare the results of their plants with other groups and share their findings. Students describe the result of their planting project during the presentation. And the last one is teacher and students complement each other in providing information and question and answer session. Yeah, so in the fifth meeting, they have to present. That's the key. And for the sixth meeting, this is the part of evaluation. So in this meeting, teacher provide a comprehensive evaluation of the students' work and presentation. Teachers can ask evaluation questions either in writing or orally. Teacher also involves students in the process of evaluating their classmates' works in terms of strengths and weaknesses of their plans or presentation. Jadi di bagian ini yang mengevaluasi itu bukan hanya guru terhadap murid secara keseluruhan, tapi juga antar kelompok gitu terkait hasilnya, terkait presentasinya, terkait tanamannya dan kekurangannya atau kelebihannya seperti itu. Jadi saling menambahkan kekurangan dari tanaman di kelompok lain. And this is the score break. And it's a simple score break. And this is the booklet or guidebook and slides. I will show you after this. Wait. All right, so this is the slides or the PPT. Just a simple PPT. Topic characteristic, environmental factors, planning and preparation, cultivation, growing, plant care and monitoring, problem and waste utilization, and conclusion, post-harvest, and conclusion to. Right, I think that's all. This is for the slides, and this is for the booklet. Okay. Right. So the booklet will be look like this. This is the cover, table of content. I provide a lot of explanation. Preface, what are food crops, theoretical foods, types of foods. Yeah, just like this. And I also provide the table for checking. This is the format for the table to check the progress. And this is the back, the the cover of the booklet. It's just simple. 22 pages. Yeah, I think just like that. Thank you everyone for listening my presentation, and I think that's all from me. If you have questions or some suggestions or advice, uh, you may contact me or even just tell me in the classroom. All right, I think that's all, everyone. Thank you.